People ask me all the time, what's it like to be big? Obviously, they're confronting the fact that they have to physically tilt their head to look up at me. They want to know the degree of altitude change from them on the ground to my head in the clouds. They stretch their frame like a child reaching for the cookie jar on the highest shelf. Or they force me down, I complying, folding unnaturally towards myself, all just to get the upper hand, to say they can and will defy my one God-given gift. But what if I was wrong? What if they were searching, secretly nourishing their curiosity, with the intention of not forcing me down, but bringing me out? The underlying observations, hidden behind the generic questions, the words that they know I've heard countless times. Investigating, creating, engaging thoughts of what it means to be above the average human being. Asking my mind to display on a page the stage that it has been toned to, so that they can look up and see someone truly larger than themselves. So, what's it like to be big? Being big is about spending 24 hours a day tending to an invisible garden of morals, pruning and caring for a lone standing tree in your chest just to see the day when its roots are 40 feet deeper than the rest, and realizing that no burden or word can uproot it. Being big is about sharing without a plug to tug at what others shrug off, throwing the line to catch what looked like a minnow but turned out to be the Titanic. Being big is about listening to the screams of hurt, giving up your own shirt to clothe the battered souls that need only a warm heart to confide in. Climbing up the ladder and cutting loose the noose of the one who tried to hang himself from his own towering pillar of self-loathe. Being big is building a shelter for the lost girl whose life has become a sexual joke, not a shack to exploit her for what she thinks she has become, but a home with blankets, a hot cup of tea, and a chance to speak for herself. Being big is stepping out of the crowd, holding up the tragic traffic known as the modern era, just to spare some time and buy a meal for the man who's worked 5 times harder than most, yet has 10 times less. Learning about a family who struggles to eat as they watch their father go off to work, not knowing that they could walk down the street and not distinguish him from the rest pleading there. Being big is forming a band-aid out of time and love to cover up the scars on the wrist of the one in the corner at school, stopping a few more drops of blood and tears from being lost in an ocean of so many others just like them. Being big is smashing the masks and staring everyone in the eye, bearing the raw, sensitive flesh of your true face. Being the same person whether you're at school, work, church, or buying digestive cookies with your grandma at the supermarket. Being big is giving strength in weakness, peace in chaos, and love in hurt. So yes, I'm big. I've eaten my vegetables and drank my milk. But what about 5 helpings of kindness, 2 servings of compassion, and a side of acceptance? What about chugging back a glass of humility and really seeing the change? You ask me what it's like to be big, and honestly, I can only list the traits that I long to know. But I'm well on my way, and I'll show you when I get there.